Yes, it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. It's freaking episode 80, brother. Episode 80.
Ooh.
We've made it to the 80s.
You
The
think-
80s.
You think we're gonna live to 80 years old? What do you think?
That was so dark, but
Wait, that's dark?
Jeez, yeah, that's dark. You think we're gonna make it to 80?
I'm just asking. Like, would you want to?
I don't know, man. You get to a certain age, you're just like, dude, I've seen everything. But then a part of me is like, dude, maybe I probably, not obviously not seen everything, but like, I don't want to like get to 80 and be like, dude, we should just fucking finally do something. You know what I'm saying? We should just do what we said we were gonna do when we were 33 doing the podcast. So I used to think when I was younger, like, I wouldn't want to live that far.
Sorry.
Always undermining me, bro. I mean, trying to talk about stuff. And just,
sorry. I didn't realize that the R. Kelly song popped up in my head, and I started singing.
Yo, cancel that, bro. Get Robert out of here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I used to be like, dude, I don't know if I'll ever want to live that long. But now I'm just like, dude, yeah, right? Yeah, that's yeah. See, you want to talk about darkness? That was dark and disgusting. Yeah.
So
but
at that
just
time,
like, dude, yeah.
At that time of your life, when you felt like you didn't want to live that long, what was the perfect age range? Did you think?
Like 60s
Okay.
to 70s. I thought I would have a fulfilling life by 60 and 70. Now I want to live to like 3,000. Like I remember we was talking about it. The entire point of this is to make it to old age.
Yeah.
Right. Like we want, like that should be the thing, but because it's so hard to do.
All right. So I have a quote in my head.
What?
And I want to hear if you got a corny quote in your head about life too.
Okay.
Do you have a corny quote like in your head that resonated with you?
Fuck, you put me on the spot. Now I'm nervous. I can't think of one right now, but go ahead.
Go
ahead.
I forgot how it goes exactly, but it's something like, you only get one life to live, but if you do it right, you only need one. So I was like, I remember when I heard it, I was like, that's right. That is so true.
It's usually about like time. It's like, dude, you there's always a lot of time. You have a lot of time on this earth. No, we don't, Gary V. There isn't a lot of time here.
I want to challenge you.
Don't have a lot of time.
I want to challenge you.
Okay.
Time is relative. And in terms of relativity to your life is the longest thing that you will ever do. So you do have a lot.
Time's not even real.
And neither are birds.
Yeah.
Wait, another corny quote. I'm not. Yeah, the fake birds fly on a flat Earth. Didn't you notice? Let's get into that bag. We get into that QAnon bag.
Yeah, the QAnon bag. Okay, Kyrie. I didn't know I was talking to Kyrie Irving.
Sorry. Another one is the don't count the days. Make the days count.
That sounds like those things they sell at like Hobby Lobby and Target, like the little quotes you could hang on your wall.
Yeah, the little wooden panels, the little wooden inscribe. Yeah, I would definitely get some of those.
Yeah,
you keep me going.
Of the quotes that you're telling me, are they the quotes that you're telling me right now?
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Life
it depends
is like
on
a box of chocolates.
I never understood that quote as a kid because we never got those chocolates that come randomly picked by a chocolatier. Like we never. You never been
to as a chocolatier.
Yeah, they're called chocolatiers, and they work at the chocolate like stores, and they'll package a box of chocolates, and they'll pick. But the thing is, each box has different candies, and you don't know what you finna get. And so that's why he said that. But I was like,
right? I'm not about to pay for a box that I didn't get to pick. And I expect songs to be coming from there.
You can
chocolatier. I expect music to be playing or them to be singing to me.
I would expect them to walk around with a sword, like them 3 of them, like the 3 chocolatiers.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Forrest Gump. Shout out to people who live long. Shout out to people who don't want to.
Anyway, good Lord.
Welcome to the Polytickin Podcast. Before we get this episode started, if you follow us on all socials, shout out to y'all. And if you don't, you should follow us at the Polytickin Podcast on Instagram, the Polytickin Network on YouTube, Polytickin Podcast /network on all audio platforms. Well, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You should also check out the Way Back Wednesday podcast and the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit. Both podcasts hosted by either me and Marcus and Lance, or Lance and myself. So go ahead and shout out to Lance of the Polynesian Podcast. You know, check out what they got going for sports, all your sports needs. You know what I'm saying? Lance is like all into that. I mean,
why are there so many E's? Why are there so many E's?
Don't start acting up before we have to start immediately up in this mug. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And also if you want more content from the Polytickin Podcast specifically, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. We got a few new subscribers lately. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. $5 a month gets y'all an extra episode every week. So 4 extra episodes a month that you won't hear publicly. You gotta pay for it. So come on down, support the boys, support the pod, the pod,
support the pod boys,
the podcast,
support the podcast.
So without further ado, my brother, how have you been?
I've been good, man. So last week I was having car troubles, so it's kind of been a struggle to get to work, to training, you know. And over the weekend, we got it fixed, man. We got the car, we got the starter replaced. I'm over here saying we like I did anything. My brother did all the work.
I was about to say, did you say you was gonna put it in?
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh. Hey.
Did you say you was gonna install it yourself? Right.
Well, I mean, that implies that I was gonna get some help.
Okay.
By myself. And so it was funny because like I tried to just get it started, right? Bro was he got off of work to help me, to help the oops. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to just get things started before he got there, and I fucked it up immediately, bro. The first step to get to the starter, you have to take out the whole what is it? The fuel system, the intake system, I guess. So it's like with the the filter and the whole thing that's connected, and it comes out in 3 parts. And there's a part where there's some bolts to it. And I stripped the bolt trying to take one of them out. So I was just like, okay, I need the oos right here. I need the oos, okay? Because I stripped the bolt. I was like, oh, this looks like a 12. It was a 10. And for anybody who works with like tools and stuff, they're probably laughing right now, like, oh, what a fucking idiot. He used a 12 on a 10. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'm not a car guy. You know what I'm saying? But I stripped the shit out of that bolt, and I was just like, bro, I'm sorry. But he not only worked around it, he just installed everything. He did everything really well. So, yeah, last week was kind of an off week for me, man, because that car was on my mind. But, my cousin got to it and put in work and saved my ass. So now I can focus on this little fucking show. I can focus on training that I'm fucking up at. So here we are.
What did you get of his payment? What'd you do?
I haven't gotten to him yet, but
okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't want to give some options? Like, I'm thinking like a case or a bottle or a meal. I mean, like those 3 things come to mind.
I was yeah, definitely. I was thinking straight cash, like Randy Moss, straight cash.
Oh damn. Okay.
Because Mauso, he's got a family. You know what I'm saying? I got little nieces. Right. All right. I want to support my nieces any way I can because their daddy put in work. You know what I mean? He
Okay.
freaking helped the guy out, and he got me on the road again. And
That's
you
a
know,
a little less thoughtful, but yeah, that works. Are you gonna get him a card? Are you gonna give it to him in a card?
Yeah, I'm gonna mail it to him. We live in freaking.
Get him a Hallmark card. Thanks for everything you do.
I'll get one that sings when he fucking opens it up. But
working
yeah,
at
man.
the car wash.
Yeah, bro. Other than that, man, I really haven't been up to much, man, besides the training. And I'm just glad that the car is up and running again. So now I can can actually get stuff done. You know what I mean? What the hell have you been up to? What is going on?
I feel like I might have talked about this series before, but I rewatched this episode on this New Zealand series. It's called like NZ Hip Hop Stand Up or something like that.
Nice.
And it had the dude OMC, or his name is Paulie Fuemana, rest in peace. And it had the like how his songs blew up. The How Bizarre song. Because I heard it the other day, and I was just like, I can't believe this dude is Samoan. Like, that is so crazy to me. And so
How does
I went.
Song go? I don't know what song you're talking about.
Dang, did we might have talked about this, and then you didn't know what it was, and then I told you later. Yeah, we did talk about this.
Okay.
So
so what happened?
Nah, it just documented his life, like before when he was a rapper in Otara in South Auckland. And then it went to when he blew up off the song, the How Bizarre, How Bizarre, like it just talked about it. And this fool was like the biggest, he was the biggest hit out of New Zealand ever at the time.
Nice.
And so he was like flying to different countries, and he pushed this record everywhere. It's like one of the biggest hits ever. And I just think it's dope that it's a Samoan dude. I've been making music lately, or I've been back to making music, and so watching these kind of things kind of inspires me to be like, yo, this is very achievable. Not a very achievable, but this is not far-fetched to really hit one out the park. So but yeah, that mug was just tight. It was just tight. That fool did the damn thing. He was like on all the award shows. He was in the Philippines, Cambodia, like literally everywhere, London, just to do interviews, because back then the internet wasn't popping. So yeah, I was just watching that, getting inspired, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, yeah. You know the song or no?
No, I don't think so. No. I know.
What's
the time, Mr. Wolf? What's the time?
All right. That catch up sucked. So last week I tried to ride a bike, and that catch up was trash. I ain't gonna lie, that catch up was trash. There was nowhere to go.
We're not competing on catch up.
No,
bro.
we're not.
Okay?
You're not. I don't want to be dead weight. You know what I'm saying? I want to carry my MVP. And with that being said, last week we had the kids riding bikes at my work, and I was trying to ride a bike, bro. The helmet don't even fit my head.
Oh,
bro! I put the strap. No, my head is big, plus the hair.
Oh.
I strapped it up and I clicked it, and then I went to go look for a bike. And mind you, the bikes are hella small too. And I was just like, bro, nothing is. And when I went to go get the bike off the rack, that bing, the freaking button on the thing popped off. I was like, this is not good. I'm glad I was by myself, because I wasn't gonna ride a bike, and then it was like, yo, you should get a bike. So I went to go look for a bike, bro. The thing popped off, the helmet flew off, the bike. I got on the bike, bro. That mug felt so uncomfortable because the seat was so low. And then the tires was flat. I was like, was they flat before or after I sat on it? So what's the last time you rode a bike?
I think like maybe 10 to 15 years ago. Yeah, I was still in like middle school, maybe high school. And when I rode it, actually like maybe middle school, because I remember riding my homie's BMX bike, and the tires were fine. And then I get on there and it's just hugging the pavement. Yeah. Yep. So it was definitely me, and I felt bad. And after that, I was just like, dude, I don't ever want to ride a bike ever again. It's fucking embarrassing, dude.
Did you ever know how to do tricks?
No, man.
Not like
Tricks.
not like actual tricks, but I remember
What this guy Sefa doing 360 tail whips off a fucking mini ramp. Who the fuck is this? I didn't know I was talking to fucking Dave Mirra.
No,
Matt Hoffman
no.
over here, bro.
It's not a real. Don't worry, it's not a real trick. Because when I explain it to you, you're gonna be like, "What the hell? That's not a trick."
Okay, go on. What happened?
I used to go down the street. I had to make sure that like it was a long road because so I ride down the street, I gain some momentum, and then I swing my leg over, and then I have my right foot on the left, what is it? Like a pedal.
Okay.
My right foot on the left pedal, and I would stand up.
Yeah. I would do that to get off. I don't stay on the pedal. This guy was a show off, bro.
Nah,
he is a show off, bro. I cannot ride that long on the same damn song.
I swear to you. I thought I was going somewhere, bro. I thought it was gonna be the BMX Hall of Fame or something.
Chill out, bro. Okay.
I would do that. I would do that move all the time, and that was the only move I had. And like I couldn't really turn well, I never rode on the main streets, but I could do that. And I really thought, like, bruh, BMX Arco.
It's over.
X Games.
Oh, he in X Games mode.
Just standing on.
Oh, he in X Games mode.
Yeah.
Skateboarding used to be my thing. It used to be our thing growing up. Me and my little cousins. Yeah, we would try to skateboard.
You know how to do tricks on a skateboard?
Yeah, I know how to do tricks on a skateboard, Sefa.
No, I'm asking, what was y'all doing? Like, what was the trick?
We tried to ollie. The best trick, we couldn't do any tricks, bro. We could barely ollie. We can't get off the ground. We could barely ride the shit, okay? I was falling off everywhere.
But riding a skateboard, that's pretty impressive. I realized I can't do it.
Okay.
I'd rather have a scooter.
Yeah, scooters are fun too. I still want to ride those those little gas or electric scooters. I still haven't ridden one yet. I don't know.
They got them like downtown in some places.
Yeah, yep, those e-bikes or whatever. But I'm scared to ride those, man.
Why?
I don't know. I'm knowing my luck. You know what I'm saying? I can have the best balance in the world, and something will trip me up, bro.
Yeah, like a car.
Thanks. Yeah. Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh man, I just seen some sad news.
What happened?
It's old news, but it's still sad. You ever watch School of Rock?
Yeah.
Remember the drummer kid?
No.
From School of Rock?
No.
Well, he was a blonde kid. He got hit by a car on his bike, and he died in 2021. Yeah.
Okay. Leave it up to Sefa to take it there. We were having a jolly old time. I was like, dude, I have some sad news.
Yeah.
Yo, is everything okay over there, bro?
No, I can't.
No, that's the thing. He just got hit by the. Nah, the only thing I remember from School of Rock is the bill. I'm just a bill sitting here on Capitol Hill.
That's from School of. No, you're talking about. You're talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about Schoolhouse Rock.
You old as hell, bro. You is old as hell, bro. Schoolhouse Rock is from like
as hell, 70s. Bro. Yo, chill out. They were still playing that in the early 2000s. Wait.
No, they was not.
Yes, they was, bro. Don't lie to me. Yo, shut your ass up. Then how did you know about Schoolhouse Rock then?
Because Dave Chappelle talked about it on the stand-up. Dave Chappelle
don't lie, bro. They was playing that in Grant. They was playing that in Grant. They was playing that in Grant.
God, old as hell.
Old as hell. Wait, so from the movie, the Jack Black movie, okay, now I know. The drummer kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. Be sad. Speaking of hit.
Okay, wait. That's a crazy one. That's a crazy one.
I was trying to transition and you just kept.
I know.
So Diddy and Cassie.
Speaking of hit, it's crazy.
Okay, I was trying to go over that one, but okay.
Yeah,
Diddy
this. Yeah, fuck.
videos released from a
Ugh.
hotel, 2016. Diddy in his towel beating up on Cassie, and I mean, if you read what she was suing him about, like what that lawsuit was,
Mm-hmm.
I know this sounds crazy, but that's not even the tip of the iceberg. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
if you believe everything that was in that lawsuit,
Yep.
and I don't see a reason why people would not believe it. Even
Right.
before this video, because
Yeah,
there
I
was
think
like
she described
talks.
it. She like described this incident in one of them papers.
Oh yeah,
But it just
no,
was yeah. But it
like
just,
like you remember that haircut that she had? You remember how like half of her
yeah.
head was cut off, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool, that's so different." Blah blah blah. Apparently,
Yeah.
that was because he ripped a chunk of her hair out, and he ripped a chunk of her hair out, and so they kind of flipped it.
Wow.
They said, she said that she'd have to stay in the room in the house for weeks at a time for her body to recover from all the bruises and everything that he did to her.
What the
Like he
fuck,
was,
dude?
yeah, he's demented.
Yeah.
Uh, and so did he? So the video came out, mind you, when everything popped off, when Cassie came out first and stepped up and the lawsuit was public. Diddy came out and said, "Oh, I'm gonna clear my name, all these things, blah blah." And so this video comes out now. Mind you, that was like months ago. This video comes out now. Diddy had an apology video.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching it, bro, because I knew it was gonna be fucking shit, and I didn't. Yeah, but I seen that people were saying that it was probably one of the worst apologies ever. So, what was it like for you
Well,
when you watched
I mean, I don't care how great your apology was.
it? Right.
Like the
Yeah.
act is done. There's nothing you
Yeah.
could say to really combat this, unless,
Mm-hmm.
unless there was like, oh no, we were fighting each other. I think that would in this kind of situation. But even then, it's like that ain't enough, especially with the
Yeah.
video that came out. There's
Yeah.
no space for this was mutual combat type thing.
Yeah. At that
He
point, like an apology looks super tone deaf. Like you just look super out of whack for even posting an apology video. It's like, bro, like, are you serious right now, bro? Like, who are you
yeah
apologizing for or
yeah
to? You're apologizing for yourself to make yourself feel better, but who are you apologizing to, bro? And for
mhm,
what? You
yeah
know, to try to sway the court of public opinion. So what happened?
yeah. He showed it. He didn't do no swaying whatsoever with that video.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
he came out. He said, um, I take responsibility for all actions that I've done in that video and everything else. I was I was real lost at the time. He was talking about how he was in a not in the right state of mind and he was hurting everyone around him.
me,
Yeah.
me, but nothing about Cassie. It was me. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't even address her. Like he didn't have
Yeah.
anything to say about her. He didn't have
Oh
anything
yeah.
whatsoever. And and even though that might be like that might not be like the specifics of it may not matter to most, but when you really
Mm-hmm.
break it down and this guy who's apologizing for this video, this horrific video,
Mm-hmm.
um for him to not even address her,
Yeah.
I think it still speaks to his arrogance. Like it
Yeah.
still speaks to what I have to say about myself and what I went through is more important than what she went through. So I'm finna just focus on me.
Yeah,
Or
that's like the first page of like the terrible public apology playbook right there, making it
yeah,
about themselves.
yeah, or even like, just centering himself in this apology.
Right.
It goes to show that he centers himself in everything he does, which is why for all these years he felt like he could get away with it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think um I think celebrity is real dangerous. I think
Mm-hmm.
power is of course power is dangerous, but this is not something that we've never heard before.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we've heard a whole bunch about Diddy. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
follow hip hop as closely as we did, this is not something that shocked anybody.
Yeah.
Like the rumors around him have been plentiful and they've been consistent over the years. And
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing is the same thing with R. Kelly. Nothing has ever came of it. until now, until there's like real evidence. But even then, Diddy's been in the spotlight for 30 years, 20 something years. And for him to get as successful as he is, and then also to not ever face a charge until now, 30, 30, 25, 30 years later, like people will overlook a whole lot to get in the right rooms.
Yeah.
And it's sad, it's dangerous, but it's also very like real, like it's real,
It's
you know?
very, yeah, it's a really true thing. Yeah.
To bring it to something that we can really identify with in Samoa. It like the community is a lot smaller, so it's a lot easier to see the people who are doing the wrong things, but nobody cares. And people are still sitting with them, or even like pastors or politicians. It don't matter what they're doing or what people know that they do. If you get sit in their good graces, you finna overlook all of that. We've seen people overlook all of that in Samoa because it's such a small community. You gonna run into everybody, and so it just it's not. What did you think when you seen it, or what did you think when you? Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, it's a disgusting video, man. I thought I was desensitized to seeing like violence like that, you know, because of the years of like of the dumb shit that I've watched and stuff. But bro, seeing that just made my blood boil, bro. It was gross. It's gross seeing shit like that, and to see it, like to see the evidence as plain as day, it's like it's hard to sympathize with them. It's hard to be on
Yeah.
his side. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still seeing people like being Diddy apologists. It's weird. You know, even in the light of that, it's like, dude, they're just trying to tear another black man down. It's like, dude, he did a terrible thing, bro.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. But yeah. What? Oh, I thought you could say something.
I was just saying, a lot of people are taking this stance because there are other powerful people who are white who have kind of just
Probably done, yeah, just probably done the
and
shit that he's done and not been brought to light.
like the Diddy situation, right? Everybody is dogpiling on Diddy, and I don't mind that. Like he
Yeah.
deserves to be ridiculed, he deserves to be punished, he deserves all of this heat that he's catching. But on the flip side, I think it was the Met Gala or the Emmy, or whatever, some award red carpet place. They had Shia LaBeouf, and it was like, oh my gosh, Shia LaBeouf is here for the first time in 4 years, and everybody
Yeah. I just seen that
is
yesterday. Yeah.
super excited, and like he's that was the headline. Oh my gosh, Shia LaBeouf is back after 4 years and not being on the red carpet.
Yeah.
This
I
man
forget.
beat FKA Twigs. Like she said, she almost died twice. Like she had to get help. Like the lady, like one of the workers that worked wherever they was at, had to break down the door to save her from him. And like, so it's just this contrast of like, you know, okay, we finna ridicule, we finna crucify Diddy, rightfully so, punish him, put him in the spotlight, but then turn around and other communities are kind of praising these same people with the same or similar, And so I think that's where people are starting to get like, why should we do this to ours when y'all don't do that to y'all's? And I don't know, it feels weird to talk
I
about
feel
it,
like
but
that's fair.
it is
That's kind of fair.
in a weird
Pretty
way
fair.
it is. In a weird way it is, but at the end of the day, both of them should be punished. But I don't know if he ever
Yeah.
had to go to jail or if he ever whatever. But they should both.
I'm not saying like it's fair for them to punish Diddy and not punish Shia. I'm
No,
saying
it's
that like their
fair to make the
sentiments is
yeah.
fair to have.
It's fair
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
but
Okay.
it's just it's unfortunate because they
Yeah.
both deserve to go to jail. They both deserve to be
Yes.
punished.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I can see where they're coming from. I don't like where they're coming from, but
Right.
let's have a standard and let's hold to it.
Right.
You know,
Like
um,
so with this whole thing, I've been seeing a lot of people like, the conspiracy theorizing about, because of the circles that he runs with, right? There's the Jay-Z's of rap, there's, all
mhm.
the big wigs in hip hop. So what does this mean for the people to be associating with him? They probably, people are saying that they probably knew what was going on but didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? There's always all these pictures and videos of them together, doing, and people are really like putting the magnifying glass to shit. You know what I'm saying? Some real fucking investigating type shit. So what does this mean for like, for people in a circle? I mean, there's no evidence of them doing anything wrong, but they're just guilty by association, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to like look at them sideways but a part of me is just like, dude, you had to have known that freaking Sean was doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to have known. But you said it, man. Celebrity is a thing, and people want to be in good graces with certain people.
And people don't want to jeopardize. Like, once you get up top, it's only a certain amount of people who can call out somebody like Diddy and not have their own pockets affected. Right. I don't think so.
So when it punched Diddy in the face.
There we go. And that so Jay-Z, I don't think anybody should be punished, like legally punished for knowing and not saying anything. But I do. I'm not gonna lie. The whole Jay-Z being as close to Diddy, they wasn't on the same label. They didn't work together like the whole time, but they ran around for a long time,
Yeah.
And so he had
like
to
if anyone's pocket, right? I feel like if anyone's pockets wouldn't be affected by doing something to or about Diddy, it would be Jay-Z. I would feel like.
Yeah. He has. There should be no like no repercussion. Like, there's no repercussion that would affect his bottom line. So I don't see why he would be okay with that. But I mean, this is all speculation. I don't know what
Exactly. That's why I don't want to focus too hard on that, because the conspiracy theorists were out, and I don't want to be in that crowd.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What I will say though is somebody is getting their roles reversed or roles switched.
Okay.
In hip hop.
What you
50 Cent is not the villain that we all thought he was.
Oh yeah.
50 Cent. 50 is actually like we thought he was the Joker, and it turns out he's actually Batman.
Yeah. He's never had a nice thing to say about Diddy for years. Yeah. Something about he's got like a documentary coming up too. Like, this all lines up with.
I don't know if it's actual. I don't know if it's really gonna happen, but he has posted like a Netflix, like The Diddler or something like that. Or Did he do it? Something like that.
Yeah.
So but 50 Cent, I feel like, played it exactly how you're supposed to play it. He had deep enough pockets to where if he opposed Diddy, nothing would affect his bottom line. And he did. And he has continually for a very long time. And he never was cool with it. I feel like 50 is a good barometer of like the stuff going on behind the scenes. Like, if he has an issue with somebody, it might be for, at first I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was just a hater. He was just hating on everybody. And then you come out and find out he just don't care. He just telling the truth.
He stands on principle, man. Like, if you owe him money, he will let you know that you owe him money, and he will make your life hell.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm saying?
Tony.
Oh, you talking about the white guy? You talking about the white guy?
Yeah, something about the wine. Like, he stole his money. Yeah. Tierra Marie. I didn't know Tony Yayo owed him money too. Buck. He treated. It's like he didn't really treat them like shit. He kind of did, but it's because of their actions and shit. I guess they were all lazy. G-Unit was mainly lazy, and 50 was putting in work. But 50, man. He just stands on his principles, dog, and he's just been telling us the truth for his entire career.
The whole time. And we all thought he was a hater. But this fool has not changed at all.
Yeah.
So shout out to 50, man. So Diddy should be held accountable for his crimes. Yeah. Everything that Cassie wrote in that letter is true. We stand with her and all the other victims. I don't know. Have you read like the rabbit? Have you gone down the rabbit hole of like the Diddy conspiracies and all that?
No, not really. No. Like, as far as like his fucking antics and shit, the parties, the mansions and stuff. No.
No, I'm talking about like all the people that have died.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. A little bit. Like the
conspiracy,
his
allegedly.
wife. Yeah, allegedly. His previous wife, Kim Porter,
yeah.
some of the bad boy artists and their situations, a lot of them getting locked up or dying under mysterious circumstances. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. My girl she was talking about it the other day because she was or like months ago. She was bringing it up. I'm like, man, that stuff is straight lie. That stuff is just conspiracy theories. I don't I don't feel like that
It's
no
hard
more,
to,
bro.
man, like, yeah. It's a lot, man. It's hard for me to discredit it, but it's just the source.
Mhm.
Like when I'm seeing things from like the Daily Loud or
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
whatever the
Say
whatever
cheese.
the fuck. Yeah, say cheese. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't believe. I'm just like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all try to line your pockets, but then I don't know. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. Diddy
So
do
yeah,
it? It looks like Diddy did it.
Diddy did it. Diddy did
Diddy
it.
did it. Did he do it? Yeah, Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Do I? Do I, Diddy?
Bring this next one in, brother.
Yeah, so you put you put the link in here, but I didn't see like a preview for it. I think you just put the link itself. It just showed up as a link in the note. So I click
Mhm,
the link and I go to it and I'm watching this fucking video
mhm,
of this dude named Edd Rivera. Two D's. Like
mhm.
Ed and Eddie. Fuck you, dude. First off. Two D's and Ed, fuck you. First off. So apparently he's a comedian doing an interview and the caption was Edd Rivera tells his worst joke. And he basically says, I'm not gonna say the entire joke, I'll just say a little bit of it. So he says, quote, he was talking about, I'll give it a little context. He was talking about how he had moved to New Zealand, he had moved to New Zealand, started hanging out with the locals, mainly Māori and other Polynesian dudes. And this was his joke. He said, I hung with the Māoris, the Polynesians, I learned the haka, I hate hangi, and I started beating up my wife. Basically saying what he learned from hanging out with Maori people. And people were, so I've seen some people upset at it, calling his joke corny. That shit sucks, and not just that, but like, the just what is it, perpetuating stereotypes within the Maori community, saying that they
Mhm.
beat their wives and things like that, they're abusive. And yeah, I thought it was a really good talking point. I wish we got to it last week when you put it in, but I'm glad that we're getting to it now because it's kind of crazy to think about, especially after watching Once Were Warriors. Like I never knew that
Mhm.
was a stereotype within the Maori community, and then I see Once Were
Mhm.
Warriors, like, oh shit, it's kind of crazy. And then I got put on to more game as far as like how alcohol was introduced into the to the indigenous people, like from
Mhm.
way back when the colonizers was coming. Apparently it was alcohol was given to them as a gift to like ease tensions and ease being like, yo, we're gonna take over your land, but here's a little gift type thing, along with all the disease and the fucking whatever else fucking shit they bring.
Mhm.
So it's a real thing. Alcoholism in the community is a real thing, and for him to make a joke like about that, like I feel like there are ways to talk about those things without it being offensive. I just thought his joke sucked. That
Mhm.
wasn't funny. It didn't make me laugh. But I wasn't offended by it. It just didn't make me laugh. I feel like you can talk about stereotypes without it being, kind of sounding crazy. So I wanted to hear what you thought because we've gone back and forth on this shit
Mhm.
for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the first version of the show, that was like one of the biggest topics every time we got on the phone. So what did you think of all that, bro?
I I still stand by it. I feel like a lot of comedians and people who defend comedy, they stand behind comedy is just comedy, and you're supposed to take it as such, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that being said, there's really no lines to cross to some people.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, you know, especially in this day and age, like I feel like if you go to a comedy show and you sitting in the crowd, you know what's going to be on stage is elaborate or is exaggerated, is theatrical, is performative.
It's a performance,
Um,
yeah.
you know, and so I understand to a certain extent that, but the thing is, we don't consume this type of stuff like that solely just like that anymore. You've seen it on your phone, you've seen it on a computer, you've seen it on Facebook, Instagram, like so many places outside of the stage. So the people who signed up to be in the show, they may have that agreement. Like we talked about anime, where like a lot of that stuff, if you're not used to it, you're gonna be like, what the hell, this is weird. Like, why is blood coming out this dude's nose when he sees a girl? But then if you watch anime, you kind of come to you agree to these terms that like reality is about to be shifted a little bit, but you enjoy it because. And so that agreement that you have in the crowd is not the same agreement that you have when you scrolling through your phone on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. And so people who consume it, because I didn't sign up for that. I didn't go to the show saying, hey, I'm finna watch this. And hey, I know who this person is. I trust this guy. Like if I go to a Tofinga and them show, I'm going because I want to support. I'm going because I know their track record. I trust that what they're doing, it doesn't go beyond the stage. Like I know, and I'm not saying that specifically, but I'm saying as a fan, as somebody with money, you have that trust with the person that you're gonna be like, oh, I know this person doesn't mean harm. But as opposed to a random clip, I don't know who Edd Rivera is. I don't know his history. I don't know if this fool is like a terrible human being and Māoris and Polynesians are just the next people on the chopping block. And then he goes on to, so like there's a different type of agreement that you make when you're a fan, when you're in the crowd, when you buy a ticket, as opposed to somebody scrolling, watching dog videos, watching cleaning videos, and then a comedy video comes up. You don't know who this person is.
So would that have changed if he had said that joke on a stage in front of a crowd with a microphone? Because even though context has changed, and you're seeing it on your phone, but if you see someone performing with a microphone in front of them, in front of a crowd, then you may not be in that crowd, but you already understand that that is a stand-up comedy show. So if he had said that joke on that stage, would that have changed your opinion? Or changed your way of thinking about it?
It don't matter where he said it. I'm talking about like as far as the audience, like the people in the crowd, they agree to that term.
Okay.
Not me outside of the crowd. I don't know this person. I don't know his history. I'm not a fan of him. I don't know, his other works to know that, oh, this is just what he does. Like there's no agreement to that. So I'm just saying that to dispel the whole thing about comedy. Like, oh, comedy it should just be taken as comedy. Like, no, these days, in the day that we're living in now, it pours over and it extends way beyond the stage. And so with that being said, all of these opinions, all of these think pieces in the comments and stuff are coming from people who are like, they don't trust you. They don't know you. So you have to, you have to deal with that. And so this joke right here, I don't know if there's a good way to put it. I don't know if this is just one of those things that has to stay within the community. Like, I don't know. Cause because I feel like if this was a Māori or Polynesian person and they were speaking on this and they brought this same situation up, that would be a little more, you would trust it a little more.
Right.
I don't know if an outsider can point this out. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel? Would you think it can come from an outsider and still be?
If done well, yeah. If the joke landed, I think so. I think we speak on things outside of our culture all the time here on this stupid fucking show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think if done well, then yeah, he can talk about it. It's just like I said, this joke just fucking sucks. It wasn't funny to me.
So what do you mean by done well or landed?
If the joke, if he talked about this controversial thing within our community in a way that I thought was funny, and it just wasn't funny to me, it didn't make me laugh.
If he was on stage with a bunch of white people from New Zealand, that joke would have went through the roof. That place would have blown up crazy. So I mean, he would have landed. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think, because I know there are a ton of people in these comments. I don't know what the comments look like, but I know there are a ton of comments under this that are non-Māori or non-Polynesian that are probably like, yo, it's just a joke. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's only not funny because it's you guys. So like, I do think it landed with the other group of people that are involved in this equation, and I still don't think it's good, or I still don't think it's acceptable.
See, that's the thing though. Like it only lands with a certain person, or like it just didn't land with me. We're talking about me. It didn't
Oh,
land
okay.
with me. I didn't think it was
Mhm.
funny. It'll always land with somebody. It just didn't land with me. It wasn't funny. But
Okay.
I feel like it's like the saying that I've always heard growing up, and this may sound crazy, but it's like it's gonna sound really crazy. But it's like assault isn't funny. Jokes about assault are funny or can be funny. That's how
Mhm.
I look at things like that. So it's I don't know. We always go back and forth on this, but I
Mhm.
just feel like for me, at the end of the day, it just wasn't a funny joke. It didn't land for me. I thought it was fucking dumb. Now, if he
Mhm.
just, if he thought of it, I don't know, thought of it more, maybe have a better punchline for it to be funny, then yeah, fine. I mean,
Mhm.
Sofinga brings up Samoan stereotypes all the time on the show, but because he's Samoan, it's easier for us to trust him, right?
Mhm.
But if an outsider were to say those things, if an outsider were to do the exact same thing that Sofinga was doing,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I
What
think
I
there'd be a
it
lot of people. I think there'd be a
is
lot
it
of people like, oh yeah, that is funny.
isn't that what Jonah from Tonga was?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff was
Yeah.
terrible, bro.
Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie though,
That's
there was some stuff that I have a tough one with that because that did make me laugh when I was younger. I remember laughing at some of
Mhm.
those things, especially with the Ranga stuff. That might be offensive, but the stuff in there were certain sketches that did make me laugh. But as I get older and I see it, I'm just like, okay, yeah. I mean, he literally put brown face on, like,
Mhm.
so it's kind of crazy. But
Yeah, comedy is always gonna be a slippery slope when it comes to me and Marcus, bro.
yeah, bro. Because we
It's
both
always good.
enjoy Dave Chappelle. Like Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle be going in on other communities outside of his own. And
and
we
his
give
and
him
his
we give him his flowers. And I feel like he is the best way to balance between being offensive and being fucking funny.
I don't think
That's
that's
what I
true
measure.
anymore. I don't think that's true anymore. His last
Ooh.
couple have been terrible.
Oh, fair enough. And that's fair.
His last couple have been so focused on the trans community, bro. It's not even funny anymore. Like
yeah.
before, it was like, yo, Dave Chappelle is obviously smarter than me, so we finna give him this credit. We finna give him the benefit of the doubt, and we finna go with it.
Hmm.
And the first one was hilarious because it was like kind of that, but also other stuff. And then like I want to say the last two have just been only that, and it's been terrible. Like I have not watched it twice. Like I never.
Hey.
These are the first Dave Chappelle series or Dave Chappelle stand-ups that I haven't like constantly watched. I
Mm.
watched them one and that was it. Like once and that was it. It was not. Have you watched them more than once, or did you like the last couple?
I didn't watch the last couple, to be honest. I don't know.
Okay.
I just haven't. Yeah, I just haven't had an interest to watch people stand up anymore. I don't know. Whatever.
Damn.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Because like I can't. I was talking to Lance about this on the starter kit. Like, bro, I can't even enjoy it anymore. Like, oh wow, great delivery. Wow, that was a really well crafted joke. Like I can't even
This
fucking. I don't
guy.
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see the
know. It's
setup.
disgusting.
I see the
Yeah,
setup.
I see the setup, the punchline. Oh, it fucking landed. That was really good. Yeah, whatever. It's a dumb fucking excuse, but yeah, I
That's
don't know.
that's
Um,
crazy. That's how I be watching basketball. I'll be like, come on, dude, back step, dribble, dribble. What are you doing? Your form is off. You gotta set your
yeah,
feet.
fucking armchair. Yeah, armchair coach. Yeah, for real, bro. It's nasty. Oh, I hate looking at whatever. I know. I
Oh
just hate
man,
watching comedy, and I find myself not enjoying it. I'm like, oh, I gotta turn this shit off. What the fuck? Oh wow, that was a
look at
great
this
delivery,
guy.
dude. How long did he fucking work on that? Wow, he worked on that really for a while. Yeah, you could tell.
I didn't know he was dealing with Marcus Hart. My bad.
Yeah. I'm a real student of comedy. Shut your stupid ass up. I'm a real student of comedy, dude. That art of comedy. Shut up, bruh. Okay,
is
Brendan
is Kev
Schaub.
on is Kev on stage? Is he a comedian or is he just an Instagram guy?
I think he's an entertainer. He's in like commercials and stuff, but he used to do a lot of videos with All Def Digital. I don't know how active they are anymore, but have you ever seen All Def Digital's videos? RP Teddy Ray.
Oh, the double cheeked up dude.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's where
It
a lot
took
of
you a
them
minute,
got.
bro. You made me feel weird.
What?
I said the double cheeked up guy, and you was like, I thought I was
No,
wrong.
it's
I
the
thought
no, bro. It's the fucking no. Don't blame me. That's the freaking video. Shut
no,
up.
I just made me sound like I'm just walking around calling dudes double cheeked up. Like I don't want to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Was this Seth, the double cheeked up guy? Oh wait, what about Marcus, the other double cheeked up guy?
Yo, we the double cheeked up boys.
The double the double cheeked up boys.
Oh yeah, we out here.
But yeah, Kevin on Stage is just like an all around entertainer. I don't know if he does like comedy for real, but yeah, you got to start on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I be seeing him on Twitter. He's been going off on Twitter and Instagram, bro. Like he's really a man of the culture. Talking about the Kendrick and Drake stuff. But then he tweeted something a couple days ago that caught my attention, and it kind of had me like, questioning my life. So he tweeted something about Gerard Carmichael, who has his own stuff going on. But he said, this is a tweet from Kev on Stage. He said, Gerard Carmichael told his mom, quote, "You are using God as a way to not think for yourself," end quote. And I don't know. That kind of just, I don't know. That kind of fucked with me, man, because like I think Marcus from like 5 years ago would have seen them like, oh, dude, I completely fucking agree. You know, like it's because it's I don't know. I think Marcus now still kind of thinks like that because I feel like there are people out here who, instead of trying to look within themselves to, figure out what it is they got going on, they'd rather turn to an outside source. And that's what this made me think of. And I was just like, oh, that just sucks for people, man. That sucks for people. I wish y'all could find God in yourself before trying to seek it anywhere else. Because, yeah, you got to do some real digging. What? Damn. See, don't laugh and undercut what the fuck I'm talking about, because I feel like this is real.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't know we was going there with that, but that's the first thing I thought of when I seen the tweet. Go ahead. What happened? So Carmichael he's a atheist. Then I'm assuming.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm assuming, yeah. If he's saying something like that, yeah. I guess. Or agnostic. Someone tell us the difference. I don't know.
Agnostic means you believe in a higher power, but you don't believe in a specific God. But you believe
like
that there's something.
Okay.
Not even a guy, but there's a higher entity that created all of this. As opposed to atheists who just think everything is just happenstance, which is wild to me. Yeah. Like believing they can say what they want, believing a guy in the sky versus believing everything just happened out of nowhere and just we're here now. Right. That is way more unbelievable than, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Than a higher power. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So go on. What do you think of all this?
I mean, I guess if he's referring, because there has to be some context to this. If you are, if you take this as just what it is, you are using God as a way to not think for yourself. Mm-hmm. I always go back, like, so when I've struggled with my faith and when I've struggled with our purpose here, I always bring it back to like the beginning of everything, right? And every time I've struggled with belief, faith, and all of that, I just think it's the most self-centered, arrogant, narcissistic thing in the world to believe that we are here because of the natural events of the world. I don't think there's any other idea, thought, or frame of thinking that is more self-centered than that. Like so he's saying you are using God as a way to not think for yourself. We go back to the beginning of everything. Like, where did we come from? The number one rule in science is nothing can be created or destroyed. Then where did everything come from? Y'all talking about atoms hitting and then everything exploded. Like that don't make sense. That don't make sense. It don't that don't make sense in the terms of science, in the terms of the scientists and the reality they've built. And so saying
Ooh,
this
the
as a general,
reality they've built. Whoa. Okay. Go. Sorry. Go on. Go.
yeah,
Go. Go.
but
Go. Go.
just this statement in general, you are using God as a way to not think for yourself. I would think that applies to something specific, and I would think since Gerard Carmichael's show is about him being gay, like coming out, I would think that is what he's referring to with his parents. Like maybe his mom is not okay with him being gay, and maybe that's the situation that he's referring to. Because in that specific situation, I do get
Right.
it. I get where he's coming from. I get what he's trying to say. But in a general sense, this couldn't be further from the truth, in my opinion. So I think
I've
we
seen
would.
some comments
Yeah.
saying, I I don't need to think when I have God. I don't need to think for myself when I have God.
Mm-hmm.
And at first glance, for me, I was just like, why can't you? Why do you have to? I thought God helped us or wants us to think for ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of, at first glance, like I kind of disagreed with that. I was like, wait, I think we should think for ourselves, and I think God would be right there with us as we
See,
think for ourselves. Go on.
I think it's all about the wording, because
Right.
you can say that and you sound correct. Like for someone to say, "Oh, I don't need to think I got God." Why would I think that sounds crazy? But then if you say lean not on your own understanding, then you like, oh yeah, that makes sense because the Bible and God and everything has been laid out before we were even born. There's a blueprint to what we're doing in this life. And so when you say it like that, when you say lean not on my own understanding, that sounds a lot better than I don't need to think God is going to think for me. So I
Fair.
think
So
it's
so
all in
you so you're
perception.
essentially this. Okay. Do you essentially think those two are like the same thing,
Yeah,
intertwined?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
I would, there's a, what's the other saying? I forgot. But yeah, yeah. I think it's just all in the way that you put things, the way that you word things,
Mm.
you know? You know how they say like, oh, it's this not from the Bible, but it's just like the plans that God has for you are far better than the plans you have for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's another way of saying the stuff that I think is not as good as the stuff that God thinks. So we finna go with what God thinks. It's like all intertwined, just
Right.
said in a different way
Word.
that sounds more
Okay.
palatable, you know? And so I think his tweet was specifically for a situation with him and his mom and the argument, and they were talking about something specific. And I'm not mad at what they got to say, but when it comes to the general statement, there's a lot to be discussed.
Yeah. Fair. Fair enough. But find God within yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't. No, but I genuinely stand behind that. I just feel like you got to find God within yourself. That's a way of thinking for yourself along with God. You and God are thinking together for yourself.
And let's
Okay.
just let's just let's give the people the other side of this. Hey, bro, when's the last time you've been to church?
Yeah.
When's the last time?
Fair play, man. Touche, bro. Touche. Okay,
Because it's
touche.
been
So
years.
shut
It's
up,
been
shut
years
up,
for
shut
me.
up, shut up. Yeah, me too. Okay, shut up, touche. Okay,
Hey,
you're
we
right.
are not your
You're right.
saviors. Okay,
We're
go
not your
think for
saviors.
yourself.
Okay.
We don't. We this ain't what we talking about. Yo, it was a funny tweet. We wanted to talk about it, but
I know. I didn't know it got crazy. I didn't know it was gonna get crazy like that. Oh. Oh man, how much time we got, man? I don't have much time. I gotta get ready.
nah, we good. We good. We
Yeah.
could finish off.
God.
Yeah, we could save it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Good lord. That was. I know that was kind of a heavy end. We didn't want it to. We didn't think it was gonna get that crazy, but if you have gotten this far, We appreciate you still. You know what I'm saying? Again, just to reiterate, man, check us out on the Polytickin Network. Everywhere you listen and watch our podcast, you know what I'm saying? Check out the Way Back Wednesday podcast. Check out the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Balinesian podcast with the Uso, Lance, and Forrest, man. Check them out. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? Patreon.com/Polytickin Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. Follow us on the socials. Do what you need to do. All right. It's episode 80. All right. We're doing this forever. Okay. Quit playing with us, man. Anything else for him, bro?
Nah, take us out, brother.
Man, this has been another episode of the Who Let Y'all Have a Podcast? I'm Oholo Marcus. That's Sefa, man. Go far. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.